Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and like. Of course, I'm on the road to 40 subscribers, 5 away from 40 subscribers. Thanks to all the comments as well. People from Africa, I know, thank you, enough like that. But I have had some comments from Africa lately. People, of course, yeah. Well, it is a new person. Can we say he's a new person? He hasn't been on the channel for ages. It's the one and only. He's back. Daniel, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. Good to be back. Finally got a day off work. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully, some more predictions this week. We'll see. But yeah, this is the Carabao Cup round 2 of the predictions. Of course, some Premier League teams who went in Europe are in it, but the big Premier League teams come in to round 3. But Dan is off to his mighty Blues with one leg tonight. What tell me about your leg, Dan?
Well, obviously I played 6-a-side. I tackled someone and then my own teammate ran into me full force and I ended up going knee for knee and I can barely walk on it, so yeah.
Well, let's get straight into this then. We start off with the 7 o'clock kickoff. Don't know why it's 7 o'clock, but a 7 o'clock kickoff tonight. It's all a championship tie between Cardiff City against Norwich City. Cardiff, they've started okay in the championship, two points from their first 2 games. However, Norwich, they need to try and win this tonight, but will both teams rotate? I think Norwich have to go strong in this to try and get through because they've absolutely started poor. I'll go first on this one. Dan, you can talk about a bit of the game. What do you think of this? But I'm going Cardiff to win 2-1. I think Cardiff will go through to round 3.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, good point against Derby, at Derby as well. Obviously, going to Wrexham, which, you could say Wrexham got unlucky. Cardiff, got lucky with, a good free kick, you can't take nothing away from it. Cardiff just about beat
Swindon.
In the first, yeah
Swindon.
Like 3-2 was it or something?
Yeah.
At home, you should back Cardiff, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 2-0 Cardiff.
Alright, next game, I'll let you go first on this one. It's Doncaster, who are in League 1. I think they lost on the weekend, I'm pretty sure. But they're taking Championship side Middlesbrough, who also lost. You probably expect to back the Championship side, but anything can happen in cups, of course. Definitely the FA Cup, but this is, of course, the Carabao Cup. But anything can happen. Yeah, what do you think of this game, Dan?
Yeah. Like you said, a lot of people probably end up backing Borough to win. Derby, Doncaster, it's a tough place to go yet. They probably haven't started the season well. But obviously, cup game, Borough would probably rest a few of their main players. So if I was, a Doncaster fan, I'd be telling the players to, go for it. Obviously, Borough lost to Blackburn 2-1. And then just about beating Lincoln on the first game week. So it's one of them where Borough are probably going to be, they will be up there, but obviously they'll have slips of parts. But I think Borough will be too strong for them. I'm going to go 3-1 Borough.
Yeah, I think Borough will be too strong as well. I'm going to go clean sheet and go 2-0 to Middlesbrough. Next game is Barnsley, who are in League 1, take on Crewe, who are in League 2. And I think this is an opportunity for League 2 side to go to Barnsley and win. We've seen Barnsley have started the League 1 season very slow. Haven't scored a goal yet. They lost 1-0 on the first game at home against Bromley. And then 0-0 draw away at Doncaster. Sorry, I was thinking that. Crewe, however, I think they won both of their games. I know they won first game 1-0, and I think they won 1-0 actually on Saturday as well. So both teams didn't score with many. I can see 1 goal in this, and I'm going to back the away team, League 2 side, to go through, and I think Crewe will win 1-0.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it, but if you have seen the Crewe guys,
yeah.
I mean, if that's the way you win games, then fair play. But like you said, Crew League Two side, they'll probably want to win it more. Then obviously Barnsley. Barnsley obviously losing to Bromley, which most people did have Bromley to go down. Doncaster as well. You could say it's a good point for Barnsley. Doncaster's, it's a tough place to go.
But they haven't scored any goals, have they, Barnsley? I think they're...
I'm going to go 1-1 after 1-1 full time. I'm going to go Barnsley on pens.
Okay. Next game, I'll let you go first on this one. It's an all-championship tie between Blackburn Rovers against Sheffield United. Blackburn, of course, getting 4 points from their first two, and they've had tough games. 2-2 against Wolves away and 2-1 win at home against Middlesbrough last time out. Sheffield United, 2-0. You probably expect this to be only one goal in it, but Blackburn can score goals. So, what do you think of this game?
Yeah. I think to be fair, people might think I'm trying out my win, but I generally think Blackburn did deserve to beat Wolves. And on any other game week, the handball it wouldn't have probably been given as a pen because it's Wolves. Let's just give them pens galore. I think they're very unlucky not to win that, and obviously beating Borough.
They battered them second half. I've heard. I heard they battered them second half.
Yeah, I think obviously I'm pretty sure I'll put them to go down. They probably won't, to be fair. They do look good on the road, Brain. Yeah. Sheffield United, I think it's going to be one of their seasons where they're just going to get frustrated. We should have battered them first game, and then obviously 0-0 against Swansea.
But they didn't, did they, guys?
Yeah, 4-0. I think Blackburn won this at home. I'm going to go 2-0 Blackburn.
Thought you were going to agree with me there. I'm going to go 2-1 Blackburn. I do think Blackburn will just get through Sheffield United. I think it'll be a tough game. I think it could go down to the last 10 minutes. But I do think Blackburn get through against Sheffield United 2-1. Next game then, it's League One. Blackpool take on Championship side Lincoln. We know Blackpool can cause upsets in the cups. We've seen it over the years. But they ain't started the League One very well. Actually, I'll say that they actually beat Stockport away, what no one expected on Saturday. Then I can't remember the first game, to be fair. However, for Lincoln, everyone expected them to beat Portsmouth on their first on Saturday, and they didn't. I just think, I'm going to back Championship side here, just quite comfortably. I just think Lincoln are just going to go out for it. I know we've seen Blackburn cause upsets last couple of years against big teams, but I'm going to go Blackpool 1, Lincoln 3.
Yeah. If I was Lincoln, I'd probably go all out for it. If I was a Blackpool fan, I wouldn't be bothered because they've still got that Pizza Cup. They've still got playground in that as well.
Pizza Cup.
I think Lincoln will probably just win. I'm going to go 2-1 Lincoln.
Okay. Next game, we move on to League One Cambridge against Championship side Millwall. It's a Neil Harris derby, of course, who manages Cambridge. He used to manage Millwall last season. So it's a Neil Harris derby. Will Neil Harris actually put his one team out? I think he will. I think he knows how Millwall play, and I can see it being a really tight game. What you reckon for this one?
Yeah, I was watching the Cambridge Barnet game first game of the season. It was end-to-end game, to be fair. Obviously, I didn't watch the game recently. I'm not sure how they got on. But, they've got a good manager, Neil Harris. And then, you look at Millwall flying. Being, good Norwich side 3-0. And then beating Bristol 2-0 as well. So they haven't conceded a goal. It will be tight. But I think Millwall will just nick it. I'm going to go 2-1 Millwall.
Yeah, Cambridge have gone through 1-1 on the weekend against Bromley. Millwall coming up with a 3-0 win against Norwich. I think it'll be tight. I'm going to go 1-1 and Millwall win on pens. Next game is Fleetwood. Well, all League Two games. Sorry, it's Fleetwood versus Shrewsbury. Fleetwood have started the season very well. I think they won their first game 1-0 and they drew 0-0 on Saturday, so 4 points for their first two. 2 clean sheets as well. They take on Shrewsbury, who lost 3-1 on the weekend, but I think they won or drew on the first game. I just think Fleetwood will be too strong here at home in front of their home crowd. I'm going to go Fleetwood to win this 2-0.
I'll go 2 on Fleetwood. I was going to say 2-0.
Yeah, so that's a scribble. Thank you for me. Next game is Ipswich, who are Premier League, against Leicester, who are now League One. This was a championship game last season, and the season before it was a Premier League game. So, yeah, Leicester, well, 1 point from their first 2. Ipswich winning on their first game. What do you think of this? I can see they've been tight, but yeah, expect Premier League side at home maybe.
Yeah, it's
a Fatu derby
injured
as well.
I know he's injured, but it'll be Connor Shackbin derby as well, and it'll be Wes Burns because they both did play for him.
Burns,
I think Connor Shackbin's injured, but I think Burns will probably start. Yeah, Ipswich look good. You know, beating Sunderland last minute. Of course, it has to be the Sunderland former player Jack Clark. Whereas Leicester obviously losing to Burton 2-1, which there was boos at full time, which you do understand. Leicester, loads of people had Leicester to finish first, second. And they've started the season before. I think they should have lost to Notts County first game of the season. So yeah, I'll go Ipswich to win. I'll go 3-0 Ipswich.
Okay, I'm going tight game. I think it could be 3 goals for Ipswich. It could be 3-1, but I'm going 2-1 to the Premier League side Ipswich. I do think they'll rotate, but I still think they'll be strong to get through Leicester. Next game is Plymouth Argyle, who are League One, who started the season poor, against Premier League side Coventry. I think this could be one of the upsets of the week. I think it's a really tough game going to Plymouth. Even Cov fans said that, and they don't think they're going to battle them. I think Cov will make quite a lot of changes. Yes, I think they've still got a great squad, but I just think Plymouth Argyle, they beat Premier League side last season, did they? Was it Liverpool? I think that was the FA Cup, but they still beat them. I think Plymouth will win at home 1-0. I feel it'll be a tight game.
Plymouth getting a draw over the weekend and losing to Stockport at home. It's like you said, tough place to go. Plymouth's a tough place to go. Obviously, we saw Coventry get slumped on Friday. We expect that to Arsenal. I think Plymouth will win 2-1.
Okay, both went Plymouth. I thought you would have backed the Premier League side, but no. I think this could be a shock as well. Or would you call it? Well, yeah, it is a bit of a shock. Sheffield Wednesday League One take on Championship side Wolves. Wolves are called winning 3-1 at the weekend against Preston. Wednesday, of course, played first and losing 1-0 against Bradford. I think there could be goals here. I think Wednesday, they're still getting that squad, and they've still they're signed quite a lot of players, so it's gonna take time for them to get going. What do you think of this? Could you see League One side beating the Championship side at home? Hard place to go to Hillsborough.
Yeah, like you, so we watched the game on Thursday, and it's not the Sheffield Wednesday team we expected it to be. Losing to Bradford. Obviously, Wolves getting a 3-1 win against Preston, which, to be honest, Preston will probably be down there. I'm pretty sure their striker, that was, I'm not going to say it on here, but if you know. I'm pretty sure he's left now. Preston could be down there again. But yeah, I think Sheffield. I think Wednesday will win this. I'm going to go 2-1 Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm going goals. So I think Wednesday will nick this 3-2. I can see there being a couple of goals there. I think Louis Barry Bannon, I think they'll start on the bench. But to be honest, if you were Wednesday, actually, you'd probably play him, won't you? And play like your strong squad against Championship side Wolves. But yeah, I think 3-2 Wednesday. Next game is all Championship side. Championship playlist. It's Southampton taking on West Ham. West Ham, of course, losing 2-1 against Charlton. Southampton, of course, can't remember their score. They won, did they? Southampton, did they win?
Yeah, 1-3-1 against Stoke.
Yeah, that was it.
Goals.
I think home team will win this, Southampton. I think it'll be a tight game, but I think Southampton to win 2-1.
Yeah. West Ham don't even. I mean, yeah, okay. It's 2 games, but they should have lost to Burnley if Fleming knew how to finish, off his chances off. And against Charlton, they got played off the park. And now Palace put a bid in for Bowen, 50 mil. It probably won't.
I don't think Bowen will leave. No.
But, it could be playing on his mind. And, Southampton, they lost to a good Watford side. And then battering Southampton, Stoke, sorry. I'm going to go 1-1 West Ham on pens.
Okay. To be honest, I think these fixtures, I know, right, I'm in front of next game, mate, but I think these fixtures, there ain't going to be many penalty shootouts in these tours. Of course, you've only said 2 so far. I've only said 1, so I don't know. Next game is at all League One tie. It's Stevenage take on Reading. I think this will be a tight game. I think Reading, did they win on the weekend? Or did they draw 0-0? I think they drew 0-0, did they?
Drew 0-0 and lost 4-3 against Luton.
Yeah. And then, how can you go? You can see 4 in one game and to not draw 0-0 in the second game. It doesn't... I don't know. But Stevenage, they lost 2-1, did they, against Oxford? And they drew their first game. What do you think of this game then?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, both of these teams will probably be ending up near the playoffs.
I think most people expect... Sorry for putting in, but most people expect Stevenage to be down there as well now this season, don't they?
Yeah. I think Reading will just nick it, to be fair. They've got Jack Marriott. He knows where the goal is. Lewis Wing as well. Charlie Savage.
Robbie Savage, son.
Brown from Luton. So I think Reading will nick this 2-1.
I'm going North Bay. I'm going 2-1 Stevenage. So we both went a different way there. Yeah, that could be a tight game. Next game, it's Championship side Stoke, who up in North, will take on Hull City of the master of the Premier League, who beat Manchester United at home last time out. Stoke, I think I've heard Stoke fans saying, I know a Stoke fan, and he was saying to me, he thinks that Robbins has lost the dressing room. He thinks Robbins is under pressure, and I think loads of Stoke fans are now. I don't think he's going to get sacked if they lose this, because they're taking on the Premier League side. But if they lose their next 2 games in this Championship, I think he's really under pressure and he could be gone. Hull City, I think they'll win this quite comfortably, to be fair. I don't think they'll play their strong team, but I still think they've got enough of a squad to take on the Championship side Stoke, and I think they'll win 3-0. I actually think Hull will beat these comfortably.
Yeah, well, we both said the opposite, where we both said Stoke probably start the season well, and they started absolutely terrible. Hull obviously beating Man U at home, which I think a lot of Premier League sides, and they do go to Hull, will probably struggle. Yeah. But yeah, I think Hull will win this. My prediction won't say it's comfortable, but when you're 2 goals up, it's technically still comfortable. So I'm going to go Stoke 0 or 2.
Okay, next game is Walsall versus Leyton Orient. It's League 2 side Walsall take on League 1 side Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient they lost their first game, and I can't even remember the second game. They beat Wigan, did they? Yeah, they beat Wigan on Saturday.
Beat Wigan 2-0 at Wigan as well.
Yeah, because I remember when Dan said 2-0 Wigan, yeah. And it was 2-0 the other way. But League Two side Walsall, they got 4 points from their first two. I think I have to go with League Two side Walsall. I don't know why, I just feel like they could win this. Dan, you're first on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, a bit more obviously Walsall beat. Was it Gillingham 3-0 first game, and then drew 0-0 to Grimsby, was it?
Yeah, with Grimsby, yeah, half-time kick-off.
But obviously, Walsall did beat Bristol in the first round.
Bristol City.
Walsall fans, like players, will have confidence going into this game where, we can beat anyone on our day. But Bristol City didn't really play like a bad lineup. So like some of their key players, they're handing on the bench that come on.
They've got a great manager as well in League One.
I think Walsall will win this 2-0.
Thought you were going to agree with me then. I'm going to go Walsall as well. I'm going to go 2-1 to Walsall. Next game is Championship side Watford take on League One side Peterborough. Peterborough, I think people expect them to be down there again this season. Lack of off seasons, they've been awful. Watford, they've started the season very well. 4 points from their first two. I think I'm going to back the Championship side comfortably here at home. I'm going to go 2-0 win to Watford.
Yeah, Watford look good. Good against Southampton. I was watching the game. Yeah, I think Watford will win this at home. I'll go a 2-1.
Okay, next game is Birmingham City take on the Bees from the Premier League, Brentford. Brentford, no one expected that, but they won 3-0 on Saturday. Blues, of course, drawing 2-2 against Bristol. I know I've seen loads of Blues fans are not liking Davis at the minute and wants him out. I think they've wanted him out for ages. But the take on Premier League side Brentford, I've actually done this right because you're going first on this one. What do you think of going into this game tonight? Are you excited because you're taking on Premier League? So I know it's enter sell out, and I know people are going to put in the comments that our Blues fans are fucking idiots. Why they're selling out? But to be honest, it is a Carabao Cup. if they go through, I think they'll be there for round 3, won't they? Whoever you play. But what do you think going into this?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough battle. And if we do want to say, if we do go up, we know what we're going to be playing against when we get to the Premier League. I'll say as is. We got lucky on Saturday. Apparently we were crap. When you play three holding midfields at home, then no wonder why the fans are going to start turning. Brentford obviously won 3 against Spurs, battered them off the park. I'm not saying it because I'm biased, but I'm going to go 2-1 Blues. I'm going to
go 2-2 on Blues on pens. I've actually been nice to you there because I actually think you're gonna.
Have you not seen our penalties?
never know. It depends who's on the Brentford pens. Brentford pens could be like lucky. There, I've got a set to play Callum Wilson and A up top, so we'll see how he does against fucking Clara and Newman, because apparently they was shit on Saturday. Apparently they was shaky up I heard, but I like Clara. I know I shouldn't be saying that as a Villa fan, but I think Clara is a pretty decent centre back. I know some people don't fucking know what's that. Some people don't like Newman, but yeah, let's get on to the next game. Forest against Leeds. Then they've just played each other all Premier League side tie. Leeds, of course, winning 1-0 on Saturday against Forest. What I expected. Imagine that going to Forest twice in a couple of days. That's mental. Yeah. I'm going to back Forest this time. I backed 1-0 Leeds last time it happened. Hopefully I get it right again. And I'm going to say 2-1 to Forest.
Yeah, they both play each other. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if some Leeds fans, stop there for the weekend.
Yeah.
And go back maybe tomorrow morning or something. It's a good free kick from Stack. You know what he's like. He saw it against Villa, scored an absolute wonder free kick, and he's done it again against Forest. I feel like Leeds just love a penalty shootout, so I'm going to go 1-1. Leeds on pens.
Okay, next game is Bradford, who are in League One. They take on Championship side Burnley. Burnley, of course, not started well. 1 point from their first two. Bradford, is it 4 points? Did they draw first game? I can't even remember. I know they won against Wednesday on Thursday, 1-0. But yeah,
1-1, I think it was.
Yeah, what do you think going into this game? Can you see League One Bradford? Can you see League One Bradford being Championship side?
You know what? Yeah, I can. I feel like they will be an upset. Obviously Bradford coming off that 1-0 win against Sheffield. Away from home, it is a tough place to go. I mean, even Bradford's a tough place to go. Burnley started the season off slow. I think, obviously, like I said, they should have beat West Ham, but they got absolutely battered by West Ham on Sunday midday. I'll go Bradford 2-2. That'll be a screw.
I'm gonna go. I'll go 2-0 to Bradford then. I'll go clean sheet and them to win 2-0. Right, moving on to the last 5 fixtures now. Next game is Newcastle versus West Brom. Newcastle called Premier League side, West Brom Championship. West Brom have started the season very well. 6 points from their first 2 games. However, for Newcastle, they drew on their first game. I just think Premier League side at Newcastle as well. You say they're at home and they'll probably win this. But remember when Cambridge went to Newcastle and won 1-0? That could be West Brom. But no, I do think Premier League side will be too strong for West Brom. I'm going to go 3-1 to Newcastle.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, man. West Brom, are on a roll. They're going to want to make it 3 out of 3. Obviously, Newcastle drawing to Liverpool, Liverpool scoring last minute. It's heartbreaking, especially what Newcastle are going through with all the players leaving and no players really want to go there. I think Newcastle will be too strong, fitness-wise, experience as well. I'll go 2-1 Newcastle.
Okay, next game is Spurs versus Charlton, so Premier League side versus Championship side. Of course, Premier League side Spurs lost 3-0 on their first game against Brentford. Charlton winning against West Ham 2-1. They got, is it 4 points from their first 2? No, 6 points is it from their first 2? They beat Derby, did their first game?
Yeah, 2-1 I think it was.
Yeah, so 6 points from their first 2, that's mental. I really think Charlton could give this a game. My score has just said Spurs will batter these. But looking at it now, I actually think Charlton could just go there and get something. But I'm going to keep my score and I'm going to go Spurs to win 4-0.
Yeah, on paper, realistically, Spurs should actually win this game quite comfortably. But, take nothing away from Charlton, beating 1 potential to win the league and then the other one, to be in the playoffs. But yeah, I think it'll be the different class. I think Charlton will score, but I think Spurs will win 3-1.
Okay, next game is Preston versus Everton. Preston, of course, Championship side, Everton Premier League side. There could be a shock. I think Preston could keep it tight. I think Everton will, rotate a couple of players. What do you think of this game? Do you think Everton could rotate? Well, they probably will, to be fair.
Yeah, I can see a lot of changes from both sides. Preston are going to want to get a result after getting battered against Wolves. Everton beating Palace comfortably as well. I think Everton will be too strong, can't I? I'm going to go... I'll go 2-0 Everton.
I'm going to go 1-0 to Everton. I do think that could be a low-scoring game. Next game is Premier League side Chelsea take on League One side Luton. Luton, of course, getting 4 points from their first 2 games in League One. Chelsea, of course, winning yesterday 3-2 against Fulham. I thought their front line was really good. I think they will rotate here, though. Quite a lot of changes. I think Chelsea will win now. I think it'll be, I reckon 3-1 Chelsea.
Yeah. We watched half the game yesterday, and Chelsea looked good. The front three is an absolute joke. Whereas Luton got a last minute winner against Reading. Bearing in mind they were like 3-1 down. And you're in 2-2 to Notts County, which great point for Notts County. But yeah, I think Chelsea will be too strong. I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea.
And the last game is Premier League side Fulham, who lost yesterday, take on League One side AFC Wimbledon in a London derby. Can you see Wimbledon winning? Yes. Will they? You'll have to find out, but it's over to Dan. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I think Fulham were very unlucky yesterday, I think. They couldn't really finish their chances. Josh King had a few shots. Wimbledon, they'll probably play a strong lineup, to be honest. But I just think Fulham will be way too strong. So I'm going to go 3-0 Fulham.
I'm going to go 2-1 to AFC Wimbledon. Wimbledon to go through away at Premier League side Fulham, and then will be about 2 or 3 shots this week. So there you go, guys. There's our Carabao Cup round 2 predictions. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like. Dan, thanks for coming on, and hope to get you on predictions this week.
Thanks for having me on, and hopefully I haven't been on to do with work. My shifts have been all weird, and I've got family around, but hopefully I'll be back. I know what you're going to ask me next, what videos are coming up. So we'll have, the normal Prem, League 1, Championship, League 2. We'll all have them back. Potentially Thursday maybe, or Friday afternoonish when I finish work, 3. We might do a match reaction for the Blues Wrexham game if Bailey watches it. And then hopefully Saturday will come round. We'll watch Spurs, Newcastle. Could do a prediction, match reaction for that as well. You'll be doing Tamworth and Villa stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned. Of course, I have put on the post as well on YouTube that tomorrow will be League 2 predictions and League 1 because both of them will be out tomorrow. National League predictions and League 2 predictions tomorrow. League 1 and Championship will be Thursday. Premier League will be Friday. And a match preview for Tamworth and match reaction after the game. Sunday, and there'll be a match preview for a Villa game. Then Monday, there'll be some clips from the game and all that. So stay tuned, subscribe, like. I think Dan wants to get off, but he needs to do stuff. So subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.